All right, welcome to new website navigation. Some of you might have noticed that we launched a new website this year. So we just kind of wanted to go through and kind of talk through what we think is the most important parts to utilize for our coaches. So right now you can see that we're on the home page. And just a general overview of what we offer. These are always our biggest announcements right in the front. And then moving on, we have different bubbles here that will take you to our program homepages with a lot of great information for sports, health, and education. So that's just really reiterating what we offer. And those are great tools for really anyone to utilize. Moving further down, we have a counter, which kind of shows how our year is going so far. And then we have spots for exciting announcements and things like that. So that's the homepage. Anything you can get to on the homepage, there's also a way to navigate through the toolbar up here. So there's multiple ways to get to the information that we want to share. So starting off, we'll kind of go over our Get Involved tab. So we have different volunteer opportunities listed, as well as information on how to get involved with that if you're in a different community or things like that. So that's always great to check out if you want to encourage family or friends to get involved as well. But we're going to start with Become an Athlete. So if you have an athlete that you would like to get started on your team, they can fill out this athlete interest form, and that will go straight to our office and we will get them started. If you have an athlete that would like to switch teams, has expired paperwork, or didn't compete for a while and wants to return, there's also this information, so you can only send the paperwork that's needed. Or if you're not sure what's needed, they can always fill out this returning athlete form, and we will find out what we need from them and get them started on our end. So those are the two different ways to kind of get athletes current again or started. So those are good tools for our coaches to know. We also have Become a Coach information under Get Involved. So if you have somebody that would like to get involved with your team, they obviously already have a team in mind, so they can follow this page and fill out this paperwork to submit to us, and we'll get them started with all the background checks for that. In the case that you know someone that isn't in your area or isn't affiliated with the team, they can always fill out the coach interest form, and we'll get them started from our office with what's going to fit with their schedule and location the best. And that's the same for Unified Partners as well. We kind of handle coaches and Unified Partners the same in that they're a volunteer. So the same goes for if they have a team they want to get involved with, or if they want to get involved with your team, they can fill out the Unified Partner paperwork, or they can fill out the interest form and we will find the right team for them. So those are some great options that are new for this website that we want you to be aware of. So the next tab that is going to be helpful is our sports tab. We have really updated how we show all the sports that we offer. So you can scroll through here and you can see that each sport has its own page. And within the sport, you can see the rules, the events we offer, and the current locations. Each sport obviously depends on size. This sport, like you can see basketball, it has traditional and unified events. So that can be shown on each page too, as well as the current rules. And this one has a lot more locations you can see. So if you want to get your community involved that you're not currently offering this event or this sport, you can reach out to us and we will get that going. Under sports tab as well, we have the games and competitions tab, which will show upcoming schedules and heat sheets, and those will always be available 2 weeks prior to all events. So check back when you're trying to start planning for competitions. We'll have those available to you 2 weeks prior. So that's helpful in your planning. And then under that, we will have results from every competition listed as well, and those will be available to you 1 week past competition. So those are good to note that those live on the homepage and not in the coaches portal like they used to. Then also under this tab, we have different competitions. So we have our state games broken out, winter, summer, spring, and fall. We also have our interscholastic competition. So that's going to involve our partnerships with NSAA and NCA and our partnerships with schools. So these are the 3 sports that we offer: unified cheerleading, unified track and field, and unified bowling through schools. So that's always great. And if you have a school in your community that you would like to cheer on, or you have athletes that compete with that team, that information lives here. As well as USA Games and World Games under Games and Competition. Those are available closer to the time of competition, but we also list that information for people if they want to follow along or cheer for an athlete that's attending and competing. We do list that information. So moving on down, we also offer a lot of coaches' resources under our sports tab. It's important to note that we have a new information update form. So this is in case any coaches need a change of address or an update to contact information or anything like that. If you submit this update info form to us, we'll get that updated on our end, and that just will help us out keeping our data current and making sure we have all the correct information. So that's a great tool for you to be aware of. Moving down, we do have a lot of different training resources for coaches, fitness, nutrition. This is heat illness prevention, as well as concussion protocol and signs of cardiac arrest. We are also working on some coaches training modules, and those will be available on this page as well. Same goes for athlete resources. We have the information update form that if any athlete has moved or has different contact info or something like that, that's available here. If you are aware of an athlete that has an expired paperwork or medical form, these live right here, so you can fill them out for that athlete and get them sent to us so we can get them updated and current. Also for the athletes, we offer nutrition and heat illness prevention, concussion protocol, and the signs of cardiac arrest. So it's great for athletes to take the time and kind of learn more about those things. And as more resources become available, we'll be updating this page as well so that we're offering our athletes the best information. So that kind of covers our sports tab. Moving on, we have Beyond Sports. So this covers all of our programming beyond sports, which includes our athlete leadership program, health, unified champion schools, and young athletes program. We also have used an at-home resource tab due to the current climate, but that's a good resource moving forward for any athletes that want to kind of stay active and fit at home. So if you go to any of these pages, you'll get a really in-depth overview about what each of these can do. So our athlete leadership program, we offer by community, and you can click on it. We have a great speaker directory, and you can go in here and learn more about each of our speakers and, where they're from, what their strengths are, and what Special Olympics means to them. So We offer a lot of great information about our athletes and all the opportunities that are available for them. Our health tab, you can learn all about all the health disciplines in depth. If you want to learn about what happens at a screening, we do have all that information. So I encourage each of you to really go through these tabs and take some time to learn more about these opportunities and really get your athletes involved if you aren't already. Lastly, we have our events, and this covers our law enforcement torch run events. These are all listed out, and you can see more information about time and location, as well as, what the event actually is. And you can get your community involved if it's not already. It's a great way to build awareness in the community. And our athletes and our law enforcement have a great partnership and relationship. So that's always a nice resource to be aware of, that we offer all this information. So you can take some time and look at that. And then following that, we have different calendars based on categories. So if you only want to look at sports events, you can look at that calendar. Health is the same. Unified events is the same. Or you can search by fundraising or volunteer. This is our all event calendar. So you can really see, what we have going on, and you can learn more about the location and the time of your event. So that is also available on this quick button link on our toolbar. So lastly, I would just cover we kind of went over the navigation tabs. These buttons are all of our social media handles. So I would encourage you to follow us on all our social media to kind of follow along with what we're doing and any announcements. We also have the member login. So clicking on this will take you to the coaches portal, which we'll cover in a separate video. And if you need any information about our address or our phone number, that's also down at the bottom of our homepage, as well as our office hours. It is definitely a lot of information to navigate through. So if you're having trouble finding any information, this new search bar is a great tool. For instance, if you couldn't find information on bocce rules, you could type that in and search, and it will search our website for that text and should take you right to it. So I typed in bocce rules, and it took me right to the bocce page, and the rules are available for me to download right there. So that's super helpful if you can't remember where something was or don't want to take time to look for it. And then lastly, the other new feature is our alert bar. So that will be displayed up at the top, as you can see here in blue. We just put an example up for right now, but that is really going to be used for any important time-sensitive announcements. We'll really utilize that alert bar. So it could be weather delays or cancellations, any scheduled changes, any safety notices. We'll really take advantage of that alert bar. So you can always check our website if you're unsure about something the day of competition, and we'd have that alert bar updated. So if you don't want to see it, you can just X out of it and go on with your website browsing. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our office. We're happy to help you find anything on the website that you need. We're excited about all this information that we offer and really sharing our story and what we do to the public in a better way. So this is an exciting thing for us to get updated, and we're excited to share it with you. And we encourage you to take a look and learn more. Thank you.